Hello, my friends, and happy Transformer Tuesdays. I'm so very excited to be coming at you today because we're looking at Autobot Signal Flare, and I got Godzilla here with me because this fella's vehicle mode is a Maser tank, which you might remember from practically every Toho film that's ever been made. So how cool is that? Still in the box, too. Right on. Earlier last week, there was talk of Takara, the Japanese Transformer company, doing their Synergex crossover series, and one of them is with Godzilla. And when I saw people discussing that, I found out in the early 2000s they did a Maser tank-looking Transformer, and man, I had to track it down. How cool is this? This is a repaint for the live-action movie. Very cool. I like the military colors. We already took a look on the back. I'll let that get a little bit closer. You can pause if you want to read that. But I still got this guy in the box. I was able to track him down for $21. Very excited and hyped for it. So let me pause this. I'm going to open up the package and we'll take a look at him. So this is fun. One sheet of instructions here, and I'll show you the packaging, but there was a little fold-out booklet in there for the Transformer movie, because this is a repaint of an Energon figure for the live-action Transformer movies. But just a little slice in time. Here's a advertisement for the current 2007 Transformer stuff. Some merchandise, bed sheets and clothes for the young kids. You can pause any point here if you want to take a better look. But thought that was kind of funny. Here we got an advertisement for Transformers the game. I remember renting that. It was pretty bad, but for a one weekend rental, it was fun. I would not want to own it. However, those War for Cybertron games were really awesome. That Optimus Potato Head is pretty funny. But that's pretty cool. And here we got this guy. He's all still bundled up in this right here. So that's pretty neat. And I'm going to take a better look because I wanted to... Got the package off pretty neatly. But there's this interesting thing on the back here, which is a RoboVision decoder. So ain't that a kick. But let's take a better look at this figure, huh? So this is our Maser tank. He's looking pretty cool. I'm digging him. Obviously, this doesn't really scale properly with this Godzilla, but it almost works if you imagine, you figure right up there is where the people are fitting in. It's it's a pretty big tank, and it's really cool. If you check this out here, we look at it. When you move the tank up, it spins. When you move it around, it spins. So, very neat. However, I will say it kind of sucks that when you have the actual attachment on the tank cannon there, it kind of covers up the front of the vehicle. I will also say all the attachments are decent, but not necessarily needed. If you look right here, there's this gray bit, and I guess this was from the old Energon gimmick, but underneath is a crystal with the Autobot symbol, and I think that is just the coolest. I really like how that looks a lot, and it looks a lot better in person than it's coming across on screen just because of the lighting. But very neat. So I'm not sure which I like it with. It just shows it straight with that and everything, but you can sure see the cockpit a lot better for the vehicle without that on there too. So, don't know how I feel about that, but I do like how this looks here. I really like how the cannon spins when you move the turret. That's really neat. And it looks good like this. I wish this thing was just a little bit smaller and popped out more like the actual official Maser cannon does. But, just as far as being an unofficial crossover, this is pretty sick. It has this S7, which is for Sector 7. And I guess that was from the live-action movie. I've seen it. I know the movie. I didn't love the live-action movie, but the first one was pretty fun. It was serviceable. I think it's a lot better aged with time. But I don't remember the Sector 7. I don't know. I guess it's been probably like 5 or 10 years since I've seen the movie. But I guess that's from the movie. I'll pretend that it's not, though, because in my head canon, there's a Japanese Defense Force vehicle. So, looks pretty decent with this attached, but I do not like how it looks with these. There are different attachment ports. You can put it on in different ways, so you can pop it on like this, and this is how it shows it on the box. But I don't like how that looks, and I think it honestly looks a lot better if you pop it on like this. However, I will say, this one right here, I think this peg is a little bit too big because it doesn't like fitting in either of the holes on this fella here. It's takes a little bit of work, especially this one. But yeah, there we go. So I think that looks a lot better. But very cool. Like how that spinning action goes. Haven't transformed this fella, so I'm just going to unpause it real quick. Or I should say pause it real quick. Ah, no, what the hell. Let's do it live on camera. You can struggle with me. That's part of the fun process, right? So, I haven't even really looked at the instructions. Yeah, give me 1 second just to look. Okay, let's see. First, I just want to show off and say that it rolls real good. It's got these wheels right here and then these 2 tiny wheels underneath the tread. So this is what it looks like underneath. This is a good looking figure though. Like, it's a small vehicle mode. I like it. It gets the job done. The only thing that looks really funky is the one arm just sticking right out. And I mean, you can just imagine that that's a hitch, you know, and maybe it can lug around some other stuff too. But that's the only thing that don't look really proper about it. This is a good looking vehicle. But let's see. So it says to fold these out. It makes it look like they fold out, but you mess with them and they fold down. So it wants us to fold those down, and then it wants us to let's see. Yeah, it wants us to bring the legs out. So okay, that's funny. So yeah, we're just pretty much inverting this thing, and that's funny. These just kind of flap out towards his back, but all right, I get it. So we're pretty much just folding the vehicle in half and then flipping its legs up. So okay, I've seen transformations like that a number of times. That's pretty cool. So let's see. Then we're going to want to... It doesn't really say it like that. It's doesn't do the best job in the instructions here. But yeah, it looks like we just spin it around like this here. And fold this arm down. So much shorter than the other arm. And I can see his head just kind of peeking there. And we're just sliding this down. Although, yeah, it says to slide it down, but I'm putting a little bit of force on it, and it doesn't want to do it. Maybe I just don't have it aligned perfectly straight. Yep, there we go. And yeah, hear that little snap. That's good. Now, I feel like these should fold up into something, but they don't. They just kind of hang out there, so that seems a little lazy. I don't like that. It's just flopping back there. But he looks real cool. Like, I dig that. Not too much articulation, but he's got a little bit of knee articulation there, so that's good. But his leg go up so much, you can hardly tell that he is doing a thing. Like, look at that. But you can get a good pose or something there. Like, maybe not. It's not balancing perfect. But maybe, oh, yeah. Get like that. There we go. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, this guy's real fun. I'm going to have a good time fiddling with him. And of course you can remove that there and it'll show the Autobot symbol. So that's real radical. And I wish there were some plugs and things you could stick this into besides that, because there's nothing this size. Well, maybe this, but that don't look cool at all, do it? But it shows in the instructions to do some funny fiddly thing with this to turn it into like a buzzsaw weapon for him to hold. I don't like how that looks though. I think that's kind of dumb. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that at all. And again, I don't know what to do with this thing if I don't have it plugged in right there, except plug it into the end of his blaster, and I don't like how that looks. I wish there was a spot to plug it in on his back or something. But other than that, like, this dude's real dope. I dig him quite a bit. The proper Godzilla crossover we should have gotten. Like, why didn't they do just a Garuda or a Super X or a Maser tank? They should have. But this guy is sick as hell. I love him. If you can still find him and track him down, I recommend it, because as far as the Godzilla crossover goes, look at this. This guy looks like he's actually built and ready to fight this Godzilla. You know what I'm saying? Of course Godzilla's gonna win. He's gotta. He's Godzilla after all. But this guy might be able to put up a good fight. I give this guy 11 out of 10 lawn flamingos. This guy is just the coolest Transformer ever. I'm loving him. Like, really, the complaints I have are very minor, considering that he's a almost 20-year-old figure at this point. Like, this is the 2007 recolor, but I think this mold came out in like 2005 or 6. So yeah, hell old at this point. Of course, the gun arm's not going to have proper articulation. It's cool that it does the spinning gimmick, though. I love that. Really, the arm just kind of sticking out in vehicle mode's a little bit lazy. But he's really cool. I just wish he had somewhere to plug this into. I wish that maybe they went the buzzsaw gimmick and made it pop out like a proper Maser tank end. But, you know, it works. It totally works, especially if they're trying to do legal, plausible deniability. But this guy kicks butt, and if you're a Godzilla fan at all, you gotta track down one of these, because the vehicle mode, again, is so very cool. Hey, check it out. So, I added those little radar dish whatever things and attached them to the hitch arm in the back. And when I flip the cannon around, they kind of work as a sort of support, or I don't know what you want to do with them, but it gives the figure a good balance, makes them spin real funny. And I don't know, it gives you something to do with these fellas, because I'm not loving them. I think I might just put those in my parts bin. And I don't know, what do you think? Does he look better like that, or does he look better just without them? I think it's a little bit funny with that hand just kind of poking out in the back, and at least these things give it something to do and use up the parts for the figure. But honestly, I think he looks best like that, or he looks pretty good when you take that off too and just have it rocking like that. It works as a good generic sci-fi cannon. This also looks like the actual end of a Maser tank if you kind of pop it out more. But like if you mix this part and that part together, it would have been perfect. But as is, like, it's pretty cool. I like it. He's fun. I especially like that spinning gimmick. I think that's real cool. If you like Godzilla at all, this is definitely a Transformer that's worth tracking down. If you like Godzilla and Transformers, it's pretty much a must-own, and the coolest kind of crossover we could have gotten. So, thanks for joining me, and we'll talk to you later.